Hi folks, Joe here at Northfield Music in Pittsford, New York. I'm going to show you how to restring your acoustic guitar today. We get asked an awful lot, and we do that here at the store as well. We do the maintenance on the guitars, but here's a free video for you. You can take advantage of it. It's really pretty easy, and do this at home. You need a few things to do it right. You need one of these. This will help you save your wrist from feeling like it wants to snap off. You'll need a couple of cloths, one to clean the guitar, one to put a little bit of lemon oil on, which is what we do every time in the wintertime, what we do anyways when we change the strings on an acoustic guitar. So let me get started with that. So I'm going to do this really quick. This part will probably fast forward through it. When they're good and loose, I'm going to just cut them off the rest of the way. It just makes it easier getting everything else out of the way. Oh, you need this. You need a good pair of wire clippers. You can get them just about anywhere, any home store, Home Depot, Lowe's, any place like that. They come in some of the guitar maintenance kits as well. If you happen to be in the market for that, or tell the person who is going to buy you things at Christmas, I need one of those guitar maintenance kits, and it's got the good string cutter in there. Okay, I had forgotten one thing that I need here, and that's something to get the bridge pins out. Now there are other ways to do it, and sometimes these little things, these string winders have a little notch in there. The only problem with that is when you do that and you scoop that thing out, it usually leaves a little mark on the bridge, and we don't want to do that today. So today I'm just going to carefully use a set of a pair of pliers, not a set of pliers. And we're going to pull that straight out and hold on to that so it doesn't slide into the guitar. Just as easy to do it with pliers as anything else, and it doesn't leave any marks on the guitar. Okay, that's as much as I need that for. Okay, so now we've got this all naked here. We're going to prep it. We might as well do it now. It's best to do the oil with no strings on the guitar. So I'm going to, because we lost the cap to our oil dispenser, I'm just going to slap this on. We can put a fair amount of it on there. You don't have to worry about overdoing it. What doesn't dry in a minute or so, I'm going to just wipe off so that the oil doesn't get on the strings. And I want to make sure I'm doing it crosswise here, parallel to the frets, because I want to make sure it gets right up to the line of the fret. It's okay if it goes over the fret, because again, we're going to wipe that off anyway. Okay, I'm also going to do the bridge. It doesn't hurt to get that done as well while we're doing this. Just a clean swipe over that. So those can crack as well. They can crack. Often they will crack between the strings, and you'll see these little cracks connecting the dots there. I'm just going to wipe the balance of that oil off. You can let it sit for longer. It doesn't hurt to let it sit for longer. Let it soak in. If your neck hasn't been done before, if it hasn't been oiled before, then leave it set for 5 minutes or so. Whatever hasn't soaked in by then, you can just wipe the top of it off. Okay, that is done. Now we're going to put the strings back in, and this is important. So I take the end of the string and I just bend it a little bit, like a 45-degree angle, and it'll kind of stay there. And that keeps the string out of the way of the bridge pin. When I put it in with the notch facing the headstock of the guitar, it's going to push that out of the way so it doesn't get trapped under the bridge pin. I don't know if you can see that. I've moved that, putting this in. The notch is facing the front of facing the headstock of the guitar, pushing that all the way in, and this is important. I'm tugging it up to get it so that it's snug on the underside of the guitar and it doesn't slip when we start to tune it. Or worse yet, if you were playing a gig and all of a sudden it started to slip. So I'm going to put this straight through, I'm going to pinch off about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, that is, about the distance of 1.5 of these tuners. And I'm going to slide that back, and that's how much I'm going to wind up. And I'm going to hold my finger right there because I want every wrap to go underneath the wrap before it, so it'll just go from top to bottom. You'll see that right now. So, and I should have mentioned this earlier, when you're restringing a guitar that has 3 tuners on each side, make sure that the string goes to the outside of the guitar. So you're winding this way. When you're tuning it, you're tuning in the same direction all the time. So it goes like the branches of the tree, from inside to out, inside to out on this side, inside to out on that side. Bob, would you grab me a tuner? Here we go. So, if you don't have one of these, you should have one. So I tug on these, I hold my hand down here, and I'm going to stretch the strings a little bit so that they don't pop or jump when you're playing. They will stretch for, I usually tell people you can expect they're going to stretch for about a week, a little bit anyways, but if you stretch them, it just helps. I'm holding the string there, I'm tugging pretty gently over here on each string. It just helps stretch them before you start playing it. They will slip more. And it slipped almost a half step, so quite a bit. I am going to clip the strings off because I think it's the safest thing to do and not have strings sticking out. I see people wind them up and they leave them hanging, dangling all over the guitar, and it always makes me a little crazy. So you shouldn't do that. So you that's it. So you should have a guitar that's pretty well in tune, and it's almost in tune. See, they've already stretched a little bit. And then the only thing left to do is just to polish the guitar. We use this. It's made for matte finishes as well as gloss finishes by Music Nomad. Great stuff. That's it. It didn't take very long. You'll get faster at it the more you do it. And Joe from Northfield Music, thanks for watching.